Hello students, this video is for group number 5, the toughest group on factoring by grouping your polynomial. This is the last problem I'm going to do with you. Please refer to your notes and your steps, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Step number 1, split the problem in half. Okay, so you know that these will always have 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're always going to split it right down the middle into 2 separate mini problems. Okay, so that's the first step. And excuse my sloppiness. It's kind of hard to write with this. Step number 2, treat each part like a separate problem and factor it by taking out what they have in common. So let's look at these first 2 pieces, 8 and 6. What number is hidden inside of 8 and 6? What number do they have in common? Well, it has to be a 2. There's a 2 hidden in 8. 2 times 4 gives you 8. How is there a 2 hidden in 6? Hopefully you're thinking 2 times 3 gives you 6. What else do these 2 pieces have in common? Well, they both have x's. This piece only has 1 x, whereas this piece has 3. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that so you can get a good visual of what each piece has. Take a look at this problem. What is it that you're going to take out? Well, you're going to take out a 2 because each piece has a 2 to give you. And you're also going to take out an x because each piece has at least 1 x that they could give you. Now remember, I can't take out 2 or 3 x's because this piece only has 1. It's the most it can give me. So each piece gave me a 2, and each piece gave me an x. So this is what you took out. In parentheses, you're always going to put your leftovers. What was it that I did not circle? What was it that I did not take out? Well, I didn't circle the 4 and these 2 x's. These are my leftovers. So I need to write them in the parentheses. 4 and my 2 x's. And the way you should write that is you should put it as a power. So put x to the second power. Next, don't forget your separator, your plus sign. And lastly, what was left in this last piece? What did I not circle? That's right, the 3. This is my answer. Step number 3 says to do the same thing to the other side. So now I'm going to focus my attention here, and I'm going to ignore this piece. Notice that this is a weird problem because 4 and 3 have nothing in common. There is no number that I could multiply to give me 3 that I could also multiply to give me 4. However, notice that 4x squared minus 3 looks very similar to 4x squared plus 3. I need to get to this step eventually where it says that my leftovers are identical. They look really close. They look very similar right now, but it's like they're off by a negative. When this happens to you, you're allowed to take out a negative. Let me demonstrate. Negative 1 times 4. You could think of it like this because a negative times a positive gives you a negative 4. So you could think of it like there's a negative 1 hidden in here. You could do the same thing on this side. Negative 1 times 3 can give you a negative 3. That looks a little sloppy. Let me fix that real quick. But the thing is that they both have a negative 1 hidden inside. Okay, so I went ahead and drew it all out. And the negative, think of it like I pulled the negative out. It's right here. Negative 1 times a positive 4 gives me negative 4. I drew the 2 x's as well. And then I drew the negative 1 times 3. Okay, so you're going to do the same approach. What do these two pieces have in common? They both have a -1. So I'm going to go ahead and circle that, and I'm going to take it out. I always have to write down what I'm going to take out. These pieces have nothing else in common, so I'm going to go ahead and do the step where I write down my leftovers. My leftovers are everything I did not circle, so it's a +4. Remember, this negative got drawn out right here. So what's left is a +4 and then 2 x's. So I'm going to write that as 4 and then x to the second power because there's 2 x's. Now remember, this negative minus sign got taken out. So what's left? A +3 is left. Not a negative, it got taken out. A +3 is what is left. So I'm going to put +3. Now I'm on step number 4, and I need to make sure that this checks out. Are my leftovers identical? Yes, they are. I have a 4x plus 3 on this side, and I have a 4x squared plus 3 on the other side. So this step reassures me that I'm doing it right. These two have to be identical. Now I'm going to take out these identical pieces and I'm going to regroup the leftovers. So what I have is, I'm going to take out the 4x squared plus 3. These are my identical pieces. Sorry it did that. 2x squared plus 3. I'm going to take them out. I need to put them in parentheses. So imagine I took these out. If I take them out, what's left over? The 2x is left over. And the -1 is left over. So I'm going to regroup, put those together. This is my final answer. If I wanted to prove that this was my final answer, I would just multiply these pieces back together again. And I promise you that if you multiply this all out, you get this original problem up here. That's it for today. Good luck. Try the following problems on your worksheet. Ask your teacher if you did it right and work together. Thank you. Bye-bye.